Welcome back to Death Toll Racing. We're back on the tracker today. We are going to be tackling this back bumper. We're also going to be incorporating a new brace in the bottom. That is supposed to protect the gas tank from rear collision. I don't think mine would do much of anything except for crumble. If it got hit, you saw me just smack it, parts fall out of it. All right, so pretty much all the bolts broke off. I think I got a couple of them out. Most of them just broke. So I'm just going to play music. You can follow along. Let's just dive right into it and see what we can't come up with. I'm going to do this one as simple as I can. All right, so D-rings. Take a piece of 1/4 inch, this is 1/4 inch stall mat. It can be like an old floor mat or a mud flap or something. Put it behind there. And then when you bolt it on, that's going to kind of make that D-ring stiff in there so it won't just sit there and rattle, hopefully. Like that. All right, 1/4 inch stall mat. Just make it so it's to the farthest edge of the radius in length. That way, as you tighten it down, it's going to try to squish into that channel with that ring. So that other bolt is actually inside that frame bracket on the inside, so that's why it was kind of hard to get the nut started on it.
All right, while I'm at it, I never did that rubber on the front bumper, so I'm going to go ahead and add that to the front bumper now as well. All right, and here, I'm just taking that stall mat again, and I'm going to make a rubber cushion. When you bolt this guard on, it squishes really hard on the shield that's on the gas tank already. So I'm just going to make it so that it's just squeezing that rubber in between, and then I'm going to use some high-tack gasket tack just so that it won't try to slip out of there. It'll hold it. It actually probably holds it on there better than you'd think, but that's just high-tack gasket sealant is all that is. And once it dries, it is pretty sticky.
So the purpose, this guard is off of a aftermarket bumper on a Renegade that Will had at Northwest Solar Protection. It was one that for some reason didn't get put on his. So he was throwing it out, so I took it and I figured I'd find a use for it someday, and well, here's the use. I just trim the sides off. And what the purpose of this is just so if I'm backing over something, I don't hit the gas tank and try to knock the gas tank off, or if I get rear-ended, it'll deflect the car down under and the tracker over whatever hits me. That's what that does. It really isn't going to do a whole lot structurally, but it does do a lot if you were to get in a wreck, or if you were backing over and hit a stump or something. It will deflect the tracker up and over the stump. The only problem is it could catch the stump if you were to do that and then maybe hang up. So we may end up destroying that thing at some point, but it unbolts, so we'll just get a different one or make a different one. So not that big of a deal. When or if I ever have to take the tank out, which I assume I will because the fuel pump, I may add studs and stuff to it so that we can actually bolt these two together. And that would be good, but I just didn't feel like taking it off. And it's really not necessary. I mean, it literally is an emergency use only type of guard. So, and it looks kind of cool. So it really looks good back there. So there we have it. So let's shut it up and take a look at what it looks like. For kind of just a short Sunday morning project, that turned out really good. I'm in it about 5 hours or so. It's super simple. It is straight. I didn't put any curve to it. I could have.
and it might have made it look a little bit cleaner, but it really doesn't look that out of place. It's smaller. We shaved about 2 inches off the length of the vehicle off the back, and then on the front we shaved from the factory bumper 3 inches off. So from the plastic part, the metal bumper, I think we only shaved like an inch off of it, an inch and a half off of that. So we did pretty good. So our tracker is actually shorter than a factory tracker now, and it has heavier duty bumpers on it. Okay, so we were going to try out this mile marker 3,500 pound winch on the tracker, and I said I would do it after I built the rear bumper, and I built the rear bumper. So let's go out. I gotta go find a place that I can't go up on my own. I don't have a lot of places around here that I can't just go. Okay, single line pull up this, it's pretty vertical incline, about 2.5 feet or 3 feet, 3 feet on the right, 2.5 on the left. It pulled it up, no problem. I start and stop on the way up when the winch felt the most bogged down to make sure that the brake could hold it and that that it could get going again, and it was no problem. So it pulled it up, no problem. I could add a snatch block and double the torque, and it would also make it go even slower yet. But it is what it is. This is strong enough for me. I don't have to worry about ripping my tracker in half or anything like that. And it's going to work great for my purpose. If you're doing hardcore off-roading and you're going to be using a winch as a safety line as you're doing some pretty vertical climbing, I would 100% opt for a heavier winch than this one. But for what I'm using this for, this is going to be perfect. So anyway, it works. So thanks for watching. We'll see you again real soon. We got Safari dyno video coming out next. It's a Gen 5 L83 in a old Pontiac Safari 4x4 conversion. So check that one out. That one should be pretty fun.